Hello everyone, welcome to Crazy Geeks, and it's me, Roshan Shrestha. Today we'll be writing our very first program in C++ programming language. For that we'll be using codeblocks. I've already installed it at my end. Make sure to install one of these IDEs at your end as well. Just in case if you need any assistance regarding this installation process, make sure to follow the tutorials regarding the same. Now let's begin the process by creating new project. Console application, go, next, choose C++. Project title, you can name it anything as per your requirement. I am going on with HelloWorld program, which indicates first program in any of the programming language. Under sources folder there is main.cpp. This is where we'll be writing down all our stuffs. .cpp is standing for C++ file extension. Here at the top there is including of header file. IO stream is standing for input output stream, which means whenever we need to use functions afterwards for displaying or taking input, etc., we'll be needing this particular header file. It's more like including some resources which carries out or which contains the information of the functions that are going to be used afterwards. So at the top, each and every time we'll be including header file. On step 2, we need to tell the compiler regarding the application's entry point. Main function represents application's entry point. int standing for function with return type, that is it expects something in return. There is another one of void type, which means function with no return type, but in this case we're going out with function with return type. So when we compile and run this program, our application's entry point is this one. It will enter here. Here we have written cout. Cout stands for character out. Whenever we need to display something, we'll be using cout, whose definition is being included here. This operator is termed as insertion operator, and at the very end we have written endl, that is end line, which is being used for new line feed. When we build and run this program, the output is going to be like this. .exe standing for executable file. It comes here, cout character out. This is the content we are getting as output. Endl pushing the cursor to next line and return 0. Process returns 0. This is how we'll be writing our program in C++ programming language. Here, if you have been following the stuffs regarding C programming language, the inclusion of header file was something like this one, iostream.s. Still, some of the compilers supports iostream.s, but on codeblocks and new version compilers, there is no support regarding iostream.s. And for those compilers which doesn't support .s header files, we'll be writing using namespace std. And namespace is an exciting feature being provided on the new versions, which is not available in case of C programming language. It's very much helpful regarding the prevention of the naming conflict as well. But for now, let's just go on with, whenever we are not writing iostream.s, we need to include using namespace std. That is, we are writing or telling the compiler these functions definitions are within the area of std namespace. If we remove this line, then we'll be running into deep trouble. There are various errors coming here, and if we need to write, then we need to provide the scope, something like this one is standard, similarly this one is standard. Now build and run. Then we'll be getting writing each and every time std is definitely going to be a tedious task. So for easier handling, we'll be writing using namespace std. That's pretty much sums up writing our first program. It's not much. We've just written one statement using cout and handle. The takeaway factor from this particular video will be that while writing any new program, each and every time we need to write this part, which is more like including some resources. Then we need to tell the compiler this is our entry point, which is carried out by the main function. Then this is our area where we'll be populating all of the contents, and then build and run. Okay guys, this much on this particular setting. I believe this one was helpful regarding the understanding of the working mechanism of our first application. We'll be talking about various new stuffs on the next few videos to come. Till then, have a good time. Thank you very much.